Guys, hello and welcome back. Sorry about the last video last night. I was incredibly tired and as you know, my medication uh, just really just proper like drowses me out and just like, if anything, sometimes it actually knocks me out. So we're going to try and do this now, get it done. I'm not going to talk about everything to Lady Piedmont. I'm not going to bother doing all that. So let's talk to her and see what happens.
Hi there, ma'am.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a man.
You disappoint me, my dear. For one, aren't you going to tell me your name?
George.
How sweet! I am Lady Piedmont. The common reaction is to kneel and stutter, but it's not obligatory.
A real lady?
Oh, I don't know about that. Phew. I can trace my family back to the Normans, but don't let that intimidate. Beneath that impressive the blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, so to speak. You appear distracted.
So I keep feeling like I've got things over in the background. It's going to slow it down, but it seems to be all right.
Would you distract the clerk while I borrow a key?
Are you asking me to aid you in
Oh, no. It's the key to an empty room.
And why, may I ask, do you wish to gain access to an empty room? Do you plan to squat?
No, ma'am.
Scouts honor?
I was never in the Boy Scouts.
Oh, you should have been. It's a fine way for a boy to get licked into. Now tell me.
It's next to the room the killer is using.
What killer?
It's a long story. I really need that key bad.
I'm not convinced I should help you, darling.
I'm looking for a murderer.
Good heavens!
That's correct, ma'am.
What's the term, you American? It's on the tip of my tongue.
I believe what you're thinking of is Dick.
Precisely.
Have you come across a man who calls himself Khan?
I am familiar with only one person named Khan.
Genghis Khan, the legendary Mongol barbarian chieftain?
No, darling, Kevin.
Kevin Khan? I never heard of him.
I'd be most surprised if you had, darling. He's a pharmacist in Hemel Hempstead. Organizes fundraisers.
Does he have a scar on his cheek?
I really wouldn't know.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
My God, it's him. That's Merlin.
She represented everything I loved about the English. The lady was totally deranged. Merlin? You mean King Arthur's wizard?
Good heavens, no. Monsieur Merlin is...
Did I show you this photograph?
Yes, darling.
Would you like to shake my hand, ma'am?
Now, George, we met as tourists, and I want to keep it that way, despite the enormous social gulf between us.
I have to go,
Oh.
ma'am.
Balls! I didn't want to do that. Fuck!
Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
The man you know as Merlin is a fake.
What do you mean, sweetie?
He's a murderer. He also uses the name...
I am shocked. I took him to be a gentleman. A man of... You know,
When did you last see Merlin?
It was no more than an hour ago. He came downstairs and spoke to that clerk chappie. Something passed hands. I couldn't see what exactly.
A briefcase?
No, smaller than that. A bundle of papers, perhaps. The clerk put it in the hotel safe and Merlin went out.
Are you sure you saw Merlin putting documents in the safe?
Yes, darling, positive. Obviously,
Yeah. I'll bet they had something to do with Plantar's briefcase. Has Merlin returned to the hotel?
no, he hasn't.
If I could get in there, I would.
And that's why you want the key.
Yes, ma'am.
I shouldn't think my feminine charms would be much use in this case. But a good dose of English Arabic. I say! You...
Oui, madame.
Listen carefully. You do understand English, don't you?
But
Good.
I
Are you quite certain? Oh.
Oh,
Over to you.
fuck you, clerk.
It was a key ring bearing one large brass key and a tag which read Hotel Ubu. Maybe it wasn't the right room, but this was the right key.
Yes, indeedly. Indeedly? What the fuck was that? Oh, what's the time? I've got 6 minutes so far. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try and get this done if I can, just before I actually go and pick up the manuscript. Or before I throw it out at least.
The cabinet was empty, but it smelt of onions. No kidding, it really did.
Alright, let's open the window.
The cobbles of the alleyway looked very distant and very hard. If I wanted my shins sticking out of my shoulders, I could have jumped. Mama Stobbart didn't raise no suicidal fools, though.
I love that.
The bed was freshly made, and the crisp white sheets told me nothing about the killer's habits. The assassin had been too smart to leave incriminating evidence beside his bed. It was the battered leather briefcase I'd seen Plantar carrying just before he died. I searched the interior of the briefcase. The pants were newly laundered and pressed with immaculate creases. There was nothing in the pockets of the pants. The closet was a solid, impressive piece of antique furniture. The door led back into the hall, idiot.
The fact that they put idiot, and I think the guy who said that line put in idiot on the end.
I had the kind of feeling in...
I love that look he's got on his face. Bye-bye, Merlin.
The pants matched the jacket which the killer had lost in Paris. I couldn't believe my luck when I found 2 items in the pockets of the pants. The first was an ordinary matchbook. No matches, no clues. The second was a pass card which read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation.
I think I can probably get actually the manuscript going back to Nico's and getting it all done there, I think. So I've got a feeling I can do that. Go down the fucking stairs! Thank you! Jesus! I'll give Nico a ring.
Bonjour, couleur.
Hi, it's George. I have the address of the killer's hotel.
If you're going to pay him a visit, take care. Remember, that guy's a professional.
Thanks. I'll be fine.
Oh God. They don't really say much on the phone. I was hoping for a bit more conversation than that. But she already knows that you got the killer's hotel address. Huh?
In the back of the office was a small safe with a combination lock.
What now, monsieur?
I'd like to retrieve something from your safe.
Ah, oui, monsieur.
Like what?
Eh,
I don't drive.
your passport.
I don't have it with me. I could show you my operation scar.
I'm sorry, monsieur.
You won't find a more unique...
I'm sorry. I must...
rat. Do you know a man named...
Non, monsieur.
Is this Merlin room 22?
I couldn't say. It's a bad likeness.
This photo was taken by one of Europe's most promising photojournalists.
Vraiment? What does he use? A pinhole camera?
Does this pass mean anything to you?
That is Monsieur Merlin's property.
That's right. Merlin the murderer. I want to see what he's left in your safe.
Impossible. I cannot betray his confidence, no matter what you say he's done.
You're making a big mistake.
Maybe. I can live with that.
Hey, shake my hand.
I'd rather not, monsieur. I'm still sore from the shock administered by... He was secretly concealing an electrical device in the palm of his hand. Practical jokes are so puerile, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, sure. Thanks for your help.
Yeah.
You're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Yes.
I don't want to worry you, but, you know, mysterious phone calls, letters...
I don't know.
Do you recognize this man? He calls himself Khan.
Yes, I know this man. Why do you...
I'm a private detective. This is a photo of Khan, right?
That is just one of the names by which he is known.
This is a...
Alright, I'm not gonna talk. Hang on. Can I...
Do you recognize this key?
No, I do not.
Thanks for your help.
Good.
Very different to when we meet him in Broken Sword 3, that's for sure.
Hi, ma'am. I got the key. Thanks for your help, ma'am. I found this pass in Merlin's room.
So, that deceitful little man is passing himself off as an electrician, is he?
Uh-huh. This guy probably has a... I showed the pass to the clerk, hoping he'd give me Merlin, but he wouldn't buy it.
I'll give him something to be scared of. Follow me, George!
That is totally British.
Did you place a package from Merlin in the hotel safe?
I did, madame.
And did my friends here show you Merlin's identification?
Indeed he did, but
What's the problem?
he isn't Merlin.
A mere academic detail. Give him the package.
But that is against the law.
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I am the law. If he tries anything, shoot him, George.
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
One moment, please.
You know, I haven't enjoyed myself this much since Greenham Common.
I don't know what I would have done without you, Lady Piermont.
Voilà, monsieur. Le manuscrit de Monsieur Merlin.
Thanks.
How satisfying. An Anglo-American alliance that actually worked.
The clerk had given me a tightly rolled sheet of parchment. I decided not to unroll it until I was safely back in Nico's apartment. It was the ancient manuscript which Khan had stolen from Plantow.
And we can actually inform Nico of... George, walk over there. Thank you. But if you go outside, you'll actually die. And I have no interest in showing you deaths in this game. I'm not going to die during this playthrough.
Bonjour, couleur.
Hi, it's George. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Hey, I've got something awesome to show you.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
A surprise.
Oh, I don't like mysteries, George.
I can't tell you just now, but I'll come show you soon.
Oh, yeah. So I just want to get at least through this initial bit with the manuscript, and then that'll be it. Go up the stairs! Ugh! It's delaying this fucking controller. Come on, George. Hurry up. So I'm actually glad that I could have done this last night, but I really was tired, like I say. But I'm gonna go up until we get to Ireland, or up until when we leave for Ireland. Get out the window, George!
I knew this was no way to treat an ancient manuscript, but I couldn't let it fall into the hands of the goons waiting outside. I figured it was best for me to return to the street before attempting to pick up the manuscript. It was the rolled up manuscript waiting to be retrieved.
Right, let's go. Oh, I don't think I'm going to have time to do all this. I might have to finish this video a little earlier than planned. Go out the door, George! Stop fucking stopping and starting! You're like an old car that looks like stops and starts, stalls and then starts and then stalls again. Oh! I should be able to get this done in the next sort of 5 minutes. Go down the stairs! Thank you! Fucking hell.
Just a minute, monsieur.
What's your problem?
No problem.
What do you want?
Just a routine security check.
Oh, well, all right.
Search him, Flap.
You bet.
Hey, knock it off. Get off, you big ape.
Nothing, Guido. Zilch.
Our report.
What? I had to report you to the authorities.
Round here, we are the authorities.
You want I should break his arms?
No. Let him go, Flap.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Don't you think you have some explaining to do?
Huh?
I'm an American citizen and a bona fide visitor to your country.
What the...
You can't touch me up in the street and expect to get away with it.
Get lost, creep.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
It's no good pretending you don't understand me.
For the last time, get lost.
Oh, yeah? And what if I don't? What if I call the cops?
First, I break your arms at the elbows and wrists. Then, when you recover consciousness, I break your fingers.
There's just one flaw in your plan.
What's that?
It's broad daylight. I don't think even you would assault me on a busy street. Of course, this tranquil square at the end of a cul-de-sac, this isolated corner of Paris that hasn't seen a street sweeper's brush since VE Day, this would be just about perfect for a mugging. Pardon me, I'm about to get very lost.
Get lost, creep.
Hey, Shorty. What does this key mean to you?
Nothing.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
It is just a matchbook. Why should I recognize?
Do you know a guy called Merlin?
No.
Forget it.
Right, let's go and pick up this manuscript and get back to Nico's.
If the manuscript was what Flap and Guido were after, they were going to be disappointed. I couldn't wait to get back to Nico's apartment and check it out. You're just not going to believe what I've found.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
It's a medieval manuscript. Khan left it in the safe at the U-boot.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Plantar?
It could be, which means it's worth enough to kill for.
Look there, 2 guys on the same horse.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they couldn't afford one each. What of it?
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of 2 knights sharing... Whatever this manuscript means, it's connected with the Templars.
How come you know about these knights?
I learned about them
Oh,
while
did I
writing
just
an
skip
article
it?
on the Crusades.
Oh, actually, maybe I didn't.
This guy, named Hughes de Payen, arrived one day at the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim armies. The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land. Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never asked how many the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. Thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the hands of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they wouldn't confess to. The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive. But the treasure of the Knights Templar was never found.
Jeez. So the treasure is hidden, waiting to be discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years. Anyway, we're supposed to be investigating a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after. Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping. Think about it, George. One guy's already died for it, as you said yourself. Besides, that parchment is fragile.
Okay, I'm convinced. You keep hold of it.
Alright, guys, I'm actually going to exit Nico's apartment.
I'd better get back to searching for that clown.
Okay. I'm going to research the Knights Templar.
And I don't normally do this, but I do need to obviously look at the manuscript again. But it's getting to the point now where I need to end this video. I've got stuff I need to do. So it's gone on for half an hour now. The next one will be the last one before I call this session over. In fact, I think I'm on part 5 now already, which I didn't actually want to be on. But there you go. Stuff happens. Anyway, guys, thank you very, very, very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Right. Make sure it's saving. Yes. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.